Okay. Okay. So, hey, technical difficulties. We're going to continue on. I've got to make sure that everything is up and running. Sorry about dropping off like that, but I hit something on my computer. USB port, something like that. Anyway, you guys know what we're here for. As I said, and I may have to just go ahead and repeat this again. We're going to be talking today about your home studio. We're going to be talking about the setup of it, pretty much on the cheap. The thing that I focus in here on, and it's kind of funny because I'm going to be doing a live stream on Facebook in about 50 minutes. And so this is a surprise. I wanted to come in. I did a live stream yesterday on YouTube. And so I felt like doing another live stream this morning. I think the session that we had on yesterday was an outstanding session with people that were in on the live stream, and I got a lot of great comments surrounding it. So I figured, what the hey, let's go ahead and do another live stream. And as a matter of fact, I may start doing more of these. The interaction that I get from you guys that participate in the live stream, or I've only done one, which was yesterday. Oh no, I did a live stream Saturday, which had amazing interaction on that as well. But, and I was saying I was super excited about getting verified by YouTube. My YouTube, business page, Facebook.com, my YouTube business page, my Facebook business page, Facebook.com/Earl Hall Studio was verified by Facebook on yesterday. So I was super excited about that. I got that little check mark by the name there. So just super excited about that whole thing. But today what I want to come to you and talk about, and all of you guys know that I deal with that brand new voiceover artist. And I think that a lot of times that brand new voiceover artist, if you want to call it market, is underserved. So we're going to go into that. So let me get us started on a roll now. Ignition. Liftoff. Hey folks, and welcome into StepsToVoiceOverSuccess.com as well as EarlHallStudio.com. If you are a brand new upcoming voiceover artist that is really looking to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover business, this is the YouTube channel that you want to make sure that you're a part of. Make sure that you do go ahead and subscribe somewhere down the bottom somewhere. And you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I come to you 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, bringing you fresh content based on the information that you guys send in to me, the questions and the comments that you leave on the videos. And if you want to contact me directly, you can do that, one, by leaving a comment. I read all of my comments. I reply to all of my comments. And you can email me directly at earlhallvo@gmail.com. And if you're going to email me a question, just go ahead and put in the subject line VO question. Today, we're going to talk about your home studio. I had a question come in, and this is where my video blanked out. My live stream blanked out last time, is when I was going to this daggone question to get to you guys. Excuse me. But those of you that are watching, go ahead and put into the chat, the live chat there. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from. If you've got a question, go ahead and put that in there. I love to interact with you guys. So let me know you're here. Say hey, whatever it is that you want to say. And I would love to interact with you guys during this whole live stream. But I got an email. This was yesterday that this email came in. And it was interesting to me. This guy's name's Freddie, and he emailed me at earlhallvo@gmail.com, and he put VO question in the subject line, just like I asked, because when I see that VO question, and that's all you put in the subject line of your email, I know that I need to pay attention to this. So Freddie says, hello, I saw your video on YouTube about VO Home Studios. You should do more. Your on-camera delivery is very friendly and interesting. Really, Freddie? Okay. I recently moved to a new apartment and built a VO studio in a walk-in closet. I didn't use professional acoustic foam. I used pieces of foam mattress topper I bought at a local Bed and Bath and Beyond store. I covered almost every single wall and space except for the roof. I get no echo at all, but I've noticed my recordings are missing some mid-high tones. I'm not sure if it's because of the foam I used or because I shouldn't cover everything. Maybe I need to uncover a few portions of the walls. What do you think? I also use a double-layered pop filter for my CAD E100S microphone. Do you think I should just use a single-layer pop filter? I've been doing VO for a couple of years, part-time. Your help is highly appreciated. Let's see. We got Ben. Hey, how you doing, Ben? And we've got Scott from Video to Order. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate the support. Now, Freddie's question sparks a lot of things here because, again, dealing with the brand new voiceover artist, you do a lot of things, and I'm using myself as an example here. You do a lot of things that you really don't need to do. And I'm just going to put that out there. There's a lot of things you really don't need to do. As a brand new voiceover artist, I remember coming in and I would see people with whisper rooms or, vocal booths or some type of elaborate setup in regards to, how they were recording and in the space that they were recording in. Now, there's nothing particularly wrong with having a vocal booth at all. I hear horror stories both ways. I hear about people getting like whisper rooms, setting them up, and it sounds horrible in there, and they have to readjust and do this and that. And that's all fine and good. One of these great days, I may buy a vocal booth. I have one in my mind that I really, really want, but it's about 10 grand. The one that I actually want. I don't want a whisper room. It's something else, and maybe I'll put a link somewhere or do a video on that. But when I first came in, I was looking at all of these folks, guys and gals that I thought had quote unquote made it in the voiceover industry, and I wanted to emulate what they had. And trying to emulate what someone has without having the knowledge behind why it is they're doing what they're doing can be kind of self-defeating for a lot of things. When I first started out, I was in radio. I did radio for a couple of years, and I did podcasting, and I've helped people set up internet radio stations. I've set up probably about 4 or 5 internet radio stations during the course of my experience. But in radio, let me grab something here. In radio, they use a microphone that is called an RE20. This is its little brother, the RE320. Can you guys see that mic? This is a broadcast mic. And it's an outstanding mic. I use it a lot. And as a matter of fact, for a long time, this was my voiceover mic. This was it. The mic that I'm using right now, this is an Audio-Technica AT2020 USB mic that I'm using to stream. So, but anyway, I brought that expensive mic, which was just under $500 at the time. I had all this, I'm talking about gear, mind you, gear, set up in my basement at a different home that we owned at the time. We've since moved, but the recording space that I was in was horrible, and I didn't know it. I had no idea about recording spaces. I had no idea about the type of environment that you should be recording in. There wasn't a lot of information out there back then. Now with I forgot his name already. Was it Freddie? Let me pull it back up here. Freddie, with his question, he's asking about his basement area that he's set up, and he's used foam mattress toppers to kind of prepare his space for recording. Now, many of you that have seen my videos, there are a couple shots in my videos on YouTube where you can actually pretty much see my whole recording space. And my recording space is nothing but soft surfaces above, beside, and below. It's soft surfaces. And quite frankly, they're quilts. This black thing that's behind me, you see that? That's a quilt. It's a thick quilt. And I have this all around me, and I have 2 quilts above me. And I think voiceover artists have a misconception that you need to have a completely silent space, where no noise is getting in. In my recording area, which we call a treated space, it's in the basement of our home. The laundry area is about 30 feet away from me, where the air conditioning unit, the heating unit, all the HVAC stuff is. And that stuff is running all the time. Now, sometimes, quite honestly, for certain projects that I do, I turn it off because I don't want any of that noise. But with the processing that you're able to do on your voice, whether you're using Audacity or whether you're using Adobe Audition or whatever product, you can take all of that noise out. And I'm not talking about some banging noises or some very high intense noises. This is just a low kind of, I can't even call it a rumble. I can hear air moving. Can you hear it? I mean, I don't even think you can probably hear it. But even with that, I have a noise floor that, okay, this is the level of noise that is getting into the microphone that I use. Besides that RE20, I've got the Neumann TLM-103 that you guys have seen in a bunch of shots of my videos if you subscribe to the site. And I want to encourage you to subscribe to the site if you have not already. Make sure that you do that. But your recording space is something that you don't necessarily need to spend a whole bunch of time and energy on. It's one of those things, and there are plenty of voiceover artists that are out here making great money. They don't have booths. They have treated spaces. And this is what it's called, a treated space. Why do you want the treated space? This is the important thing. This right here that I'm about to tell you is the reason why you need a treated space. It does not have to be soundproof, but you need a treated space. And I've done a video on this before. The reason why you surround yourself with soft surfaces is because if you're just in a room with, a regular room, and you've got whatever, plaster, or what do you call those things? Sheets? What is it? Somebody help me out. What's the stuff that's on the wall that you paint? I don't know why I can't call the name. Don't have me build anything in your home because I am not the person to do that. But anyway, you have those flat surfaces, and those flat surfaces cause echoing. And I'm serious, if you're in a room, and it doesn't matter what size room you're in, take this as an example. Have you ever moved into an apartment or a new home and you walk in and it's very, very echoey? It's like, wow, it's really echoey in here. But when you start putting things in, you put your furniture, you put your couch, you put your chairs and your curtains and da-da-da, all of a sudden that echo leaves. At least a significant portion of it does. It's because you have soft surfaces trapping that echo and that reverberation off of those hard, flat surfaces. And so the reason you need a treated space with soft surfaces around you is because it completely takes that echo out. What I hear from some people and a lot of people ask me to review their audio, to review their demo or something that they've done. And from time to time, drywall. Thank you, Scott. Drywall. That was it. Okay. From time to time, I do review people's audio. So what I found is that a lot of brand new voiceover artists, they'll send me over an audio file and I can hear that echo. A lot of times I think new voiceover artists don't hear that echo because they really don't know about the whole echoing thing. It's not something they're trained to hear or listen for. But if you've been doing voiceover any amount of time, you detect it very well and you hear it. So you surround yourself with soft surfaces. And I did this example. When you create your recording space, before you create your recording space, you do a clap test. And you see if you hear an echo. Before you treat it, you're going to hear an echo. What you want, thanks Royale Joiner, yep, drywall. What you want is after you, like I've done, and I'm surrounded, above and below, I'm surrounded by soft surfaces. You go into your space, you do the clap test, and you hear whether or not there's an echo. It's called deadening the space. You want a completely dead space to record in. That's what you want to have, and that's the most important thing. I don't care if you use those little square acoustical panels. I don't care if you use blankets. I don't care if you use quilts. Whatever it is that you use, it works. The only mission as a brand new voiceover artist, the most important thing that you can do for yourself, beyond the microphone, beyond the interface that you use, beyond the software, is to make sure that your recording space is dead. You want dead sound reverb. You don't want any sound reverberation. That's the goal. There are a lot of people, you can go on, literally, you can go on Amazon or whatever. You know those blue moving blankets you see sometimes when you're, you move from house to house or whatever, you see people moving, and those kind of ugly stitched up blue blankets, they kind of look like the stitching, if you can see the stitching behind me. In my black, that's a black comforter that I'm using. It's squares, it's got squares in it, but it's got that jagged stitching in it, and it's that light blue, and it's kind of ugly. Perfect for deadening a space. That type of stuff. You've got some old, queen size, king size blankets that your wife isn't using anymore. Make sure she's not using them anymore before you go hang them up. Now, the thing about MySpace, oh gosh, that takes you back, MySpace. Anyway, the thing about my recording space is that my wife built it for me. She knew I had some mismatched blankets, and I was just trying to, and if you look at some of if you go back in my YouTube channel and you scroll and you look for some of the very first videos, you're going to see it was like some sort of gold and whatever type of blanket, and it was before I got accustomed to using lighting and all that type of stuff. We're going back over a year ago, or about a year ago, when I first started really making YouTube videos. The thing about this channel that for Earl Hall Studio is that when I started the channel, I think it was about February of 2016, I started the channel, and I didn't do much with it. I wasn't really, I knew that YouTube was a place that I needed to be, but I just didn't get it. And so literally 4 weeks ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to build up this YouTube channel. I'm going to commit to doing 5 videos a week. And we're on a live stream right now. And you guys know, if you go back 4 weeks, every Monday through Friday, I've been making videos Monday through Friday for the last 4 weeks. And what that has done, because this is a small YouTube channel that is growing, what this channel has done, literally in less than 30 days, I've increased my subscriber base by just over 100. I think it's about an extra 105 people have subscribed to the channel since I've been doing this. And this is another reason, it encourages me to see the comments and everything else. And by the way, if you guys are on Facebook or anything like that, in the next 35 minutes, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live. Every Friday I do, now I'm going to forget the name because I came up with this slick name, voiceover, I can't remember the name. Voiceover Facebook Friday. I can't remember the name. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a live stream on Facebook every Friday at 10 a.m. I may move that up. It depends on however. But right now, every Friday, I'm going to be doing a Facebook live stream talking about something different than what I talk about on my YouTube live stream or my YouTube channel. Because it won't make sense to talk about the exact same thing, right? So we're going to be talking about, if you want to see what I'm going to be talking about on my Facebook live stream in the next 35 minutes, right now it's 9:26 a.m. as I'm doing this live stream on YouTube. I'll be doing the Facebook live stream at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's coming up in about 35 minutes. All you need to do is go over to facebook.com/Earl Hall Studio, and you can join that particular page. It's my business page for Earl Hall Studio and stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. Go there, and I'm super excited. If in case you guys missed it, I am now, as of yesterday, a little less than 24 hours ago, my page on Facebook was verified. So I'm official on Facebook. I got the little check mark by my name. But anyway, roundabout thing here. If you guys have any questions that you're looking to get answered right now, it's about time for you to start putting that stuff in to let me know what your questions are. Right now, go ahead and pop it in the chat, whatever your question is. Thanks, Royal. I appreciate that. Giving the info. I definitely love that. Let's see. Moggy Media. Saturday in Australia. Didn't realize I'd still be awake. I guess it was manifest destiny that you're here. I've been to Australia, by the way, Moggy. I was in the United States Air Force. I've been to Darwin. This was, oh gosh, 1988 when I was there. I'm giving away my age as if the gray in my beard doesn't give it away either. But gosh, I was 18, 19 years old back then. Crazy. Back in 1988. I graduated high school in 1987. But I've been to Darwin, Australia. I was stationed in Guam. So, yeah. Good eye, mate. That's my Australian accent. And I actually did get a job doing that once, putting on an Australian accent. I'm what a lot of people call, or I call myself, I'm a chameleon. I can pretty much imitate just about anything. Give me a minute and I can probably get it. If I can't get it, it's just not in my vocal range. But my daughter was amazed. I do an outstanding Barack Obama. I didn't even know I could do Barack Obama, but I did it. So I did an audition yesterday. I have a client in China and they sent me over a script and it's for some sort of animated thing they're doing. And she sent me the lines for Donald Trump. And I'm like, okay, I'm a black guy in the Midwest and you want me to imitate a white guy from the Northeast. That's not going to happen. But it turned out she didn't want that particular accent anyway. She said, no, just do it in your own voice. It'll be better. I'm like, oh, okay. So anyway, with that being said, if you guys have questions that you want me to answer, if, and I know a lot of times people get kind of shy when they're on live streams. They're not really sure if they should ask the question. And quite honestly, they're not even sure if the person doing the live stream is going to answer their question. But most of you that have subscribed to my channel, and if you're on this particular live stream, well, I don't want to ask that question. That doesn't make sense. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do that, because I produce videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, specifically geared to answering those questions to help the brand new up-and-coming voiceover artist start, build, and grow their voiceover business. That's what this whole thing is about. And I've said so many times that I think the voiceover industry has underserved the brand new voiceover artist. On the live stream that we did yesterday, one guy was even saying, we were having a discussion about Fiverr, because there are a lot of people in the voiceover industry that look down on people that do work on that site. I don't know why it's just that site, but they do. And he was wondering, where do I start? And it's like, you start where you start, and you can't be so concerned about what other people think about how you make your money. But, even with that, and I'm promoting so many, I'm trying to encourage people right now to really stop caring about what other people think about you. Stop caring about, what people think about what you're doing as a career or how it is that you're making your money, as long as it's legal, all of that. But I mean, there are I believe, some great opportunities coming up. We've got Scott on from videotoorder.com. All of you that don't know, you need to go to that website, videotoorder.com. It's going to launch beta version on May 15th. And when I tell you I'm excited about this launch, it's not even the word. This is a freelance site geared for the video producer, the graphic designer, the video marketer, and the voiceover artist. It is a very niche site that you're going to be able to get into, and I believe in many cases build an outstanding portfolio of work and make some good money at the same time. The launch, and I'm going to be doing on launch day for videotoorder.com. And again, go to that website. There's going to be a pop-up there. There's going to be an email address there. Email them now to make sure that you get in as soon as that beast launches. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to sleep on this. I've talked so much, and I'll continue to talk about early adopting into things. And this is a very niche site that's focused in on not the whole. It's not the whole of freelancing. It's very niche for video producers. I'm talking about your explainer videos, your e-learning projects, anything that's video related. You already know they need voiceover artists. And so when you go to a site and become a member of and a practitioner of this site that's launching on May 15th, videotoorder.com, I think you're going to be able to crush it in a lot of ways. And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be making videos about that, how to be, how to set up your profiles and, submit, proposals and all those types of things. I'm going to be going in depth on how to do this. I don't want you to sleep. I'm clapping. I don't want you to sleep on this. I want you to do it. So make sure that you go there right now to videotoorder.com if you haven't already, and make sure that you send them an email from the email that's on that pop-up screen and let them know you want in. And so as soon as it launches, it's going to send you an email letting you know we're live and you need to come on in. So Scott blushing. No problem, guys. Yes, thanks for mentioning. Super excited to support you and the VO community. Thanks so much, Scott. And again, I'm telling everyone, go to videotoorder.com and make sure that you sign up. Let me just see here. Moggy says, nice, bit hot and dusty in Darwin. Yeah, I remember it being nice. Or should I say the females were nice to me? But that's another story for a younger guy, not a guy pushing 50. But anyway, let's see. Royal Joiner, we are essential and expandable in one care if you do VO, and not so either, have fun or quit. Yeah. Carlegia, I think that's how you say. Have you had a problem with Upwork? I've heard some people end up getting viruses and scams. What should we be looking out for? I used to participate in Upwork. And this was going back maybe about a little less than a year ago. I sampled all of the different freelance sites that are out there to see what they were like. I wanted to get an understanding of them. So, and there were a couple, well, I should say about 4 or 5 different freelance sites that I was a member of, and Upwork was one of them. I never heard of any issue. The only issue I remember hearing about Upwork is when they wanted to up their fees, when they wanted to take more from the money that you got paid from a gig that you got on Upwork. That was a big brouhaha towards the end of last year with Upwork. But anything in regards to getting a virus or scams, I've never seen that. But Carlegia, go to videotoorder.com. Make sure that you sign up on that site. I can't even tell you how important I think this is that you do this. Go there, because this is a site that is really built for what it is that we do in voiceover, which a lot of it entails working for video production companies and, again, doing explainer videos, whiteboard videos, voiceover, things of that nature. So make sure that you go ahead and do that. I've got about 20 minutes before I've got to make sure that I am geared up and ready for my live stream coming up on my Facebook Facebook page. I get YouTube and Facebook mixed up so much. Anyway, I'm doing a live stream on facebook.com/EarlHallStudio. If you haven't joined up there, you want to make sure that you do. And also, for the folks that are on here, if you haven't been to my website, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, it's a pretty in-depth site. I go in depth on a lot of different aspects of marketing and gear and things like that. A lot more expanded view than what I'm able to do on a YouTube video, which my YouTube videos that I do Monday through Friday are usually no more than, I would say, between 5, I think the longest one is 11 minutes. Because I want to get in, answer a question that I've gotten via email, and get out and let you guys get on with your day. I'm going to be doing more live streams. I'm just not sure how many I'm going to be doing on YouTube. I know that I've committed Thursdays to YouTube live stream. So every Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be doing a YouTube live stream. So you can set your calendar on that one. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. But not only subscribe, but when you hit that subscribe button, there's going to be a little bell that's beside that. Make sure you tick that bell, because then you'll get instant notification, not only of when I go live, but you'll also get instant notification for the Monday through Friday videos that I post as well. You'll get instant notification that, hey, Earl Hall Studio just put up another video. Earl Hall Studio's gone live. So you can go ahead and consume that content. I love your comments. I love your questions. It fuels this whole thing. I can tell you, excuse me, I can give you the knowledge that I have, but sometimes if I don't know what you don't know, I won't talk about it. but because I don't know that you don't know it, or I don't know that you're interested in it. But the videos that I create are based on what the community is telling me that they want to know about. That's why I wanted to make sure that I covered this particular question on my YouTube channel today, either in a video or obviously in this live stream, where I'm talking about your recording space, because it's probably, if you can have everything else right, you can have the best mic, you can have the best DAW, you can have the best interfaces, but if your recording space is crap, your voiceover is crap. It's hands down. It's not going to matter. If you're not in a dead recording space, meaning that there's no echo in your recording space, you're not surrounded by soft surfaces, your voiceover is never going to sound as good as some of the things that you're going to hear online. It's just not. So that's one thing to really concentrate on, and you can do it on the cheap. And that's what we're talking about here. Setting up a cheap home studio. And it's not in its sense of cheap as in cheap quality, but I'm talking about it's not expensive to set up. If you set up a dead space, if you're starting off with about, and I tell people this all the time, you want at least a $100 microphone. If you've got a $100 microphone, you're pretty much in there. It's going to satisfy what you need to get started. And don't look so much at what the quote unquote big guys are doing, or who you think may be big in the voiceover community. That's where they are. You start where you are, and you get the money that you can get for where you are. And I've done more than a couple videos on pricing and setting your pricing and things of that nature. Khalija, I hope I'm saying your name right, Khalija. I'm barely just starting out as a voice talent. Is voice to order? It's video to order. Is video to order still going to be a good place to start? I don't want to get in over my head. Yes, it's going to be a good place to start. Now, here's the thing. I don't know what your skill level is. I don't know what you intimately understand about not only your delivery when it comes to reading a script, but also your ability to process that audio that you're producing. Anything or anywhere, any freelance site that you're a member of, you're going to be in competition with people that may have studied my videos, so they really know what to do. But you've got to become a practitioner of this thing and start scouring YouTube and Google. What's so funny is I get so many different questions on how to do this and how to do that on voiceover. It's not like someone sat with me and said, push this button, do this, do that. YouTube was my teacher. I'm serious. YouTube was my teacher, or is my teacher, when it comes to voiceover, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to video production. You have no idea how many videos I watch on how to produce a YouTube video. You have no idea how many videos I watch on how to market my YouTube video. You have no idea how in-depth I've gotten into understanding algorithms and how different websites work and how different places like Google and YouTube run their algorithm to make sure, because I want to get found. And that's one of the reasons why I think the channel has jumped 100 new subscribers in less than 30 days is because of that. And I say all of this to say, you've got to spend time learning this craft. It's not something that you take a course and you get. Just doesn't happen. What you do in voiceover is you practice every day. You study your DAW, your DAW. And if you don't know what a DAW is, that's basic for voiceover. DAW is the software that you use to record your voice with. Your DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation. And you have to become the master of that thing. You've got to understand. And doing voiceover is so amazingly simple. And that's actually one of the things I'm going to be talking about on the Facebook live stream is how to process your voice. That's one of the things I'll be talking about on the Facebook live stream, along with the other questions that pop up, is some people are just doing too much. It's not a lot that you have to do to process your voice. It's really not, because you want more of a natural sound coming out. You don't want to sound overprocessed. You want your voice to pop, but you don't want your voice to be harsh. Maybe I should say that. You want it to pop. And when you listen to the voiceover that you produce compared to a voiceover artist that you think may be better than you, you're going to start hearing things, and certain things you can't teach in voiceover. It simply takes experience. And I was talking earlier about being able to hear an echo in a room. The reason why a lot of voiceover artists, when they go for high-end jobs, which I don't suggest that you do, I do not suggest you go for high-end jobs. I suggest other things. That's why I want people to go to videotoorder.com. When you go for high-end jobs, your audio is being sent to an audio engineer. It's being sent to an audio freaking engineer. As soon as he puts those cans on and starts listening, he or she will automatically take them off and reject you, or they'll keep listening and say, wow, this sounds great. You want the latter. But if you don't understand how to process your voice, that's the whole other thing. So the first step that you've got to do, and once again, if you have any questions, I'm about to pop off here so I can get ready to go to do my Facebook live stream. The first thing that you want to make sure that you do is deaden your recording space. You want that to be dead. You want that to have no echo in it whatsoever. I'm not as concerned about background noise as I am about echo. You'll understand once you really start getting into all of this. And then after that, it is processing your voice, understanding the mic techniques. Understand that this is all the distance, this right here, between your pinky and thumb. This is the distance that you need to be away from your microphone. Usually, and you want to have a pop filter on there. I don't need a pop filter for a live stream. But anyway, you want to make sure that you have a pop filter. I was looking for one because I have more than one. I have more than a couple pop filters around here. But anyway, there's one right there. Okay, that's on my Neumann TLM 103. You want to make sure that you understand microphone technique. You want to make sure that you understand plosives, popping your P's, and that's why you use a pop filter, so that you don't do that. And that's why you're the specific distance away from your microphone that you are. And then after that, it's about understanding your DAW, your DAW, and knowing how to process your voice for your voice. I can show you the technical aspects of doing that, but you still have to understand and hear what makes your voice sound better than it sounds, just naturally, I guess. But make it pop. Make your voice pop. Quick tip here. Most guys, you want to roll off the bass on the front end. You want to heighten the mid-range a little and the highs a little bit more so that it makes your voice pop. But you play around with your EQ, and those are EQ settings. And so that's another thing. You've got to understand EQ, compression, normalization, limiters. It comes with the territory. But it's simple to learn, but a little bit harder to put on your voice. But once you learn it and you know how to use that and manipulate your voice with it, is when things are really going to start changing. So learning this whole thing with voiceover it's a journey, and it's a fun journey. And the thing about a lot of this is, when people ask me questions about building a voiceover business, this does not happen today. This does not happen overnight. This happens over a period of time. And I tell people up front, if you're not willing to put in 2 to 5 years of work, just quit now. If you're not willing to put in 2 to 5 years of work to build your business, quit now. Because it's going to take that long. You're not going to take a course. You're not going to spend $900 on a course and then all of a sudden you're going to blow up. It's not going to happen. I tell people, stop taking courses, stop reading books, practice what you know. If you've taken a course, be a practitioner of that and implement the things that you've learned. If you've read a book, if you've watched a YouTube video, go ahead and implement what you're learning. Because if you're just consuming information, but you're not putting any of that into practice, it's just never going to go anywhere. Okay, guys, man, I want to thank everyone who's been on. Great big shout out to Scott over at videotoorder.com. Make sure once again that you go over there and sign up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do that below, and make sure you click that little bell notification to be instantly notified when I go live. So if there's no more questions, and I guess that there's not, thank you, Royale. Thank you, Magi, Media. Thank you, Khalija. I hope, Khalija, I was saying your name right through the whole thing. Thanks, Scott, for being on the live stream as well from Video to Order. And Ben, that over in the UK, you woke up, you're up late again. I guess you're just like Magi. Oh my gosh, and you guys are still on here. This is crazy. Thank you so much for participating in this live stream. You can go ahead if you want to jump over. I'm going to be doing the live stream on Facebook coming up in 10 minutes. I gotta go, guys. But thanks so much. Give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys over on Facebook, or I'll see you on Monday. You have a great one. Bye-bye.